Hi there, Pisces. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa, from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love messages. It's a general reading, so the rules might get reversed, or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Pisces, is going to be a universe system format. We're going to be looking at your energy, your challenges, past, present, future, from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? Oh, this is interesting. I think what you have with this person is a case of misunderstanding, or what you desire could not be fulfilled by them, and vice versa. Why am I saying this, Pisces? Is because I feel that there's something here that is in front of you that is making you question the whole situations, okay? What are your biggest challenges? You have the Ten of Swords, and you also have the Ace of Wands in upright position. I feel that one of your biggest challenges here has a lot to do with overcoming the pain. I actually have two meanings for this. Overcoming the pain to a point where you're excited to do something, or you feel motivated to do something in regards to this connection and in regards to your life again. Or it could be about being overwhelmed with your fear on the inside to a point where it is just basically overwhelming your energy in general. Okay, because I do see people that is around you that is offering you good things, but I feel that you guys are not really seeing this at this present moment, because it's like you are not really operating in your element with all of these swords right here. I feel that you guys are thinking a lot. You guys are being turned into two different directions when it comes to your decision making processes. There's like a lot of confirmation bias. You don't really know what to do, and etc. Let's talk about the past, Pisces. They have the Ten of Pentacles, and they also have the Three of Pentacles in upright position. You're dealing with somebody here who does see the future together with you, and they would like to invest in this relationship between you and them in their own way. What is interesting with the Three of Pentacles is that even though it does talks about working together as a team, it does talks about collaboration, but if you notice, either in your work group or in your college group or in your school group, is that people would do things their own way, okay? And I feel that from this person's perspective, they feel that I've done things my own way. My intentions were actually good, but I'm doing it, or I was trying to collaborate with Pisces in my own way. But I feel that their own way and the way that they do stuff is something that you did not really see. You know what I mean? It wasn't really something that you saw. It isn't something that you experienced. So that's why I said this is a case of misunderstanding or miscommunication, because from this person's side, I do see a good intention. I do see them wanting this, and it's not just emotions, you know what I mean? It's not just Cups, it's Pentacles. Pentacles is something that is practical. Like, they do see a future together with you, and they would like to pursue a future together with you by doing something that they feel that, you know, they're used to doing whenever they wanted to have something that is practical. But I feel that you didn't feel loved. You didn't feel appreciated. You didn't know that this was their intention. Because look at the difference here. They're trying to. They were trying to in their own way, but you have the Five of Pentacles right here. It's like they did something. They're trying to, but you just didn't see it. It doesn't convince you enough, or it doesn't make you feel loved enough, or it doesn't make you feel respected enough to a point where you feel that, why am I the only person that is actually doing stuff for this connection? Why am I the only person that is being burdened by this connection. You probably feel that they don't love you as much as, you know, you want them to, and etc. Now, yeah, there is a, okay. In addition to a misunderstanding that you have with these individuals, I feel that it's more so of like a differences in needs and desires and wants in a relationship. This could be about love language differences. It's just that, you know, when they try, but you just don't feel it. You don't feel it enough within you. Now, in the present moment, they have the Knight of Pentacles and also the Four of Cups. From your side, you have the Magician, and you also have the Six of Swords in upright position. I feel that in the present moment, you guys are trying as much as you could to move to calmer water by using your logical perspective, by using your cognitive. But again, you're not an air sign, although you might have like a air element in your chart. But again, operating solely on your thoughts is just going to make you not be very, very grounded, because you're here, but your mind is elsewhere. It's always elsewhere. From their side, I feel that this person does have like a lot of unwavering devotions and loyalty towards you, but there's something about them. I think I get it. You want to feel emotionally connected to this person, but you're dealing with somebody who doesn't feel that emotional connection is necessary. What is necessary is more so of the act of services, the fact that they're being there, you know, all of the practical stuff, but you need that emotional engagement. Now, in the future, you have the Eight of Cups and also the Page of Wands. I feel that in the future, you guys are going to emotionally withdraw yourself from the situation, because you are going to go after something that is going to be making you feeling more playful and more free. When it comes to this person's side, they have the Nine of Cups and they also have the Five of Cups. I think you might be dealing with somebody who have an avoidant attachment style, because people, when you, okay, different reaction, different people, right? There are people out there who every time they're sensing that their partners or their subject of affection's energy is starting to withdraw from them, they're going to be panicking and they're going to be going through like a lot of anxieties and a lot of depression episodes and everything like that. But then there are other people who's like, okay, good, I'm actually just wanting to distract myself with things that I know that is going to make me feel happy. And then 2 weeks later or a month later, they're like, whoa. Now I'm feeling the pain. Now, I think this is this person too. I feel that in the future, because you're going to withdraw your energy from this person and you're going to be exploring your more playful nature. At first, this person would not feel it very, very much. They probably are not going to notice it, but eventually this person is going to start noticing it. Okay. Now, let's clarify your reading here, Pisces. Yeah, they're more like an active services type of person. Practically speaking, I'm doing something to the connection. Practically speaking, I am actually doing something. You know, I am trying, but in my own way. But in their own way might not feel fulfilling for you, because again, of that different of needs, different of love languages, like you just don't feel it. It's like when I'm waving my card right here, you know that I have cards, right? But if I do it here, do you actually know that I have cards? Do you actually see it? No. But so it's somewhere, but you can't feel it, you can't see it. But it's somewhere. Clarify the Magician. You see, very, very confused. Very, very confused of this whole situations. You're sometimes even confused, like, does this person actually love me? Like, do they actually care for me? Okay, let's clarify the Four of Cups from their side. Clarify the Six of Swords. You're the type of person, you see the big differences between the both of you is that you're, every time there are mysteries, every time there are hidden things, every time there are things to be solved, every time there needs to be a light that is being shined upon in this relationship or in this connection, you're like the fool, right? Let's do it. Let's go after it. You're brave. You're brave in confronting those things. You're brave in conversing. You're brave in tackling or having to discuss or having to solve like an emotional connection. You're brave to do that. What do? They're not. They're not. Another. They're not. Why? Because discussing it, talking about it, exploring it is going to lead to pain. And this pain could be about anything. This is a general reading, right? The pain could actually manifest because of shame, maybe, or maybe because they feel that they're lacking, that they're going to be very, very hard on themselves for not performing well, for not doing the best, like a lot of things, okay? But they're fearful of exploring this depth because they're fearful that they would need to be hard on themselves about it and going to have to blame themselves for it too. Let's go for the future. Three of Wands, the World in reverse, and also the Queen of Cups in upright position. So you have a pressing issue that is never being solved. Not in the present moment because this person is completely avoiding it, and not even in the future. Why? It's because that's where they find their happiness. That's where they find their safety. If I don't touch it, then I'm safe. If I don't talk about it, then I'm safe. I had a friend of mine who got cheated on by her husband, yeah. Her husband felt really, really bad about it. And he tried, right? Like he tried with like a lot of active services, with like a lot of gift giving, by like a lot of quality time. He tried to be there for her and everything like that. But for her, it's like it's not enough. We have to talk about it. We have to go to like a counselor, like a marriage counselors, and we have to talk about it, like why that happened and everything like that. He's like, no, why do we have to talk about it? I just need to change. And turns out that he doesn't really want to go to those counselors because again, with those emotions that he needed to confront for himself. Right? Why did I do it? It's just those things. And this person is kind of like quite similar with the example that I just gave you, is that kind of like brush it off aside, because by touching it, by conversing about it, by going into the deep with it, is only going to make them feel shitty about themselves. And it's an emotions and it's a feeling that they don't like to experience. That's why they like to avoid it altogether. That's why they like to be so aloof about it. Let me clarify the Eight of Cups from your side. And you're always like, when is me feeling good about myself, me feeling great, feeling appreciated, feeling like I am being adored in this relationship would ever come through? Okay? I feel that in the future, you're going to be assigning some psychological terms when it comes to this person. Okay? You might think that they're selfish. You might think that they're a bit of a narcissist. You're going to assign some sort of psychological terms towards them so that you could successfully emotionally withdraw yourself from this person. Now let's clarify the Five of Cups. So I feel that in the future, again, as I mentioned earlier, you guys are going to be focusing a lot more on yourself, on your individuality, you're going to learn a lot. Some of you might actually travel, but yeah, you're just going to be focusing a lot more on the things that is going to make you happy. And what this person is going to do is that they're going to start wondering, like, does Pisces no longer have that unwavering devotions and loyalty that Pisces used to have for me? Do I really need to do something about it? But if I do something about it, what will happen then? Will I get rejected or will I be welcome? So there is like a lot of overthinking that this person is going to be doing in the future. Okay. But there is this impulse. Now I'm not going to say impulse, but there is this thinking of like, well, maybe I should do something about it. Well, maybe I need to step up my game about it. But yeah, a lot of overthinking from their part in the future. Now let's pull some advice card for you here, Pisces. The Lovers, the Two of Wands, and also the Ten of Swords in upright position. It's very interesting because the first two cards talks about communication. So I feel that what does your guides and your angels here wants to say is that because of how incompatible you guys are, and because of the big differences between what you need and what this person is capable of giving you, and vice versa, I feel that what you need to do when it comes to this person is to find some sort of common ground. Okay? You cannot change someone's attachment style or someone's love languages just like that. You got to meet them in the middle. If you have done that, if you've met them in the middle, if you've sacrificed and they've sacrificed you, if you've compromised and they've compromised too, and still nothing comes out of it, well, then maybe it's time to accept that you're just not meant to be with one another, or you're just not a good fit for one another. You're not bringing the best version of yourself. It's about doing things together, looking at one particular situation from both parties. I understand that you want to be heard. I understand that you want to be listened to. But again, this person would probably feel that I don't get why you feel that way, because they feel that, again, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning, they feel that they have done something for you. But you're just not, it's like this, you know? You're just never met in the middle. Like their effort, you never see it. And your effort, you never see it, because actually you guys are just incompatible for one another. So if you can't meet them halfway, and they can't meet you halfway, then maybe you should have just accept with the Ten of Swords here. Well, maybe this is something that you need to let go. Maybe it's just, we're just incompatible for one another. I have a good intention for them. They might have a good intention for me, but it's just, I can't make them happy and they can't make me happy. Okay? But first, here, I think for some of you, this connection is actually fixable, especially with these two communication cards right here. All right. So I think that is it for my reading for you here, Pisces. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.